So guys, Bitcoin hit 88,000 a day. Right now, charts aren't even making any sense. Everything's gonna be popping off really soon. And I wanna be talking about what's going on with the sentiment around specific influencers and coals, talking about how this is it. Altcoins are about to start seeing a huge rip, and a lot of people are about to get really shreked if you don't know what's going on. Today, I wanna talk about exactly a few charts that you should be looking at. On top of that, how the crypto markets are probably gonna play out and the perspectives in the crypto markets based off of what's currently going on. Overall though, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm gonna be documenting my journey, showing you guys my wins, my losses, and keeping you guys updated on the macro events and how you guys can be profitable in this 2024 crypto bull cycle. Right now, we're already in crazy profit, but at the end of the day, we're about to start seeing some crazy rips, and I want to jump into specific things that you need to be focusing on and what everyone is gravitating towards. And I also want to give you the perspective of what is potentially going to be happening based off of what we saw in previous cycles. But guys, let's go and jump into it. So guys, like I said, Bitcoin is currently trading at around 88,000. It hit around that 89,000 mark, which was really crazy, almost about to hit 90,000. And like how I said, a lot of people, analysts that are putting out charts, talking about what's going on, people are getting things wrong just because right now, Bitcoin is doing what it wants. And you know, where we're at in this phase, guys, you really need to lock in. I want to be serious with y'all. I've been documenting my journey and talking about how a huge rip is coming for altcoins. And now is the time. We've been seeing a lot of huge indicators. Bitcoin dominance, the total 2, total 3 charts. On top of that, USDT and Tether, exactly how everything is moving. Global liquidity shooting up. On top of that, you know, we have the US presidential candidate. Huge pushes for crypto, a Bitcoin reserve for the US. Guys, we have so much moving in the markets, and I want you to really lock in right now and understand that there's going to be a huge shift. Big influencers, if we look on X right now, people like Alex Becker are already making videos on when you need to start selling. Miles Dutcher is talking about how this is the most bullish setup and liquid market that has ever been happening in years. Elio Trades is also talking about how super cycles on the edge, and a whole bunch of other calls, guys. And basically, one of the biggest charts that everyone is talking about is the total market cap divided by M2 money supply. And this is letting us know exactly when we started to see a huge pump in liquidity in the markets for the US market cap. And overall, once we saw a huge rip, the last time we saw a huge rip was back in 2000 when we saw the dot-com era, guys, and we had crazy valuations for internet companies and all these different things that were coming up with startups. And now, guys, we're on the verge of seeing that liquidity shoot up. We haven't seen this, guys, in over 24 years. Someone that really brought this into my perspective was Alex Becker. I really do recommend you guys go follow him on X. At the end of the day, none of the things that I talk about or he talks about are financial advice, but specific indicators like this are pointing to the fact that we're about to see something huge. The fact that we haven't seen this much liquidity shoot up in over 24 years, guys, that should let you know exactly how much is going to be coming out of the faucet once it turns on. Right now, we have global liquidity shooting up because we have institutions starting to get into Bitcoin and, you know, fundamentalize everything for normal investors. Right now, we're starting to see news channels start to talk about Bitcoin, and it's just because the supply compared to the demand, guys, is getting out of hand, and everyone is starting to FOMO into the markets. If we look at the candle, guys, of what happened today, look at this. This is crazy. Bitcoin just started ripping up like crazy just because it's at the point, like how I said, where it does not matter. People are going to start putting in price analysis, predictions, and this and that. But Bitcoin really decides to do what it wants once it starts to rip up. And that's why I'm making this video right now. You know, everyone is talking about how based off of what we have seen in previous cycles, we might be seeing something much more bigger, depending on, you know, how you have been looking at the specific price action with Bitcoin and, you know, trend lines and what is predicted. Everyone is talking about how a 300,000 or 400,000 Bitcoin is not off the table. Currently, right now, we're trading at around 88,000, and retail is not even really truly interested in the markets right now. We're barely seeing institutions and everything FOMO. We're seeing huge trading with the ETFs, but the valuation around Bitcoin right now makes sense, and in previous cycles it didn't necessarily make sense. Everything was overvalued. We didn't have big institutions jumping into Bitcoin. We didn't have, you know, huge countries like the US setting up a Bitcoin, potentially a Bitcoin reserve. You know, all these big indicators, guys, are pointing to the fact that we are going to be ripping ginormously. And you know, with all that being said, I just want to give you a perspective of what we saw in the previous cycles and what I'm going to be doing and what everyone else is, talking about in terms of trying to be profitable, because more than likely everyone is going to lose money. 90% of the people that are jumping into the markets are going to lose money, and it's a PvP game, guys. That's why on this YouTube channel I try to keep you guys updated with the macro events. I shoot YouTube videos every single day talking about what everyone is talking about, what you need to know, and throwing out all the filler stuff. But right now is the time where we're already seeing all those huge events taking place. They're all in action, and now it's just a matter of seeing when everything is going to pop off. We have seen crazy pumps earlier in the year in March, and we have been following how previous cycles set up based off of halving cycles, different indicators in the markets, and based off of these specific things, guys, a lot of people are going to start taking profits as we start to see huge jumps. As you can see, look, if we jump on the Bitcoin chart, if we look at the all-time high back in 2021, you can see that before we started to see those huge rips, we started to see sideways chops, deviation points. And as we get into the peak of the market, we're going to be seeing ups and downs, because anyone that has already been in the market is already in profit, more than likely. And whenever they start to see those gradual increases, it isn't enough for basic investors like you, like me, that want to see the crazy X's. So we have to have the attitude of hodling. We have to hodl as long as you are invested in proper coins, guys. The AI sector, the meme sector, strong communities in those specific sectors are going to perform very, very well. Like how I said, this is not financial advice. I'm going to put a disclaimer on the video right here, right now. I usually don't necessarily do this, but guys, people are going to lose money, and I want you to be able to be profitable, but if you aren't keeping in mind that, deviations are going to be happening up to the top, and people are going to be selling, the people that have already been in the markets that are already in profit, you are going to miss out on those 40, 50, 60x potentials. We have to have a different mindset when it comes to playing this game. And right now, guys, also, you need to have the understanding that everything can also crash. I hate saying that, but at the end of the day, we have no idea what is going on. All the price action that's currently taking place, of course, we're keeping up with specific catalyst events that are causing this and indicators that are, pointing to the fact that we are in a bull run and altcoin season is about to begin. But no one truly knows what is going to happen. This is where you have to, grow a pair of steel nuts and start to do exactly what you need to do. Keep up with specific indicators and price action. And then from there, really have an understanding of where you want to take profits. Some people are more conservative than others. They'll get out at a 5 to 10x. Others, that's not enough for them. They want to get a 10 to 20x. And for crazy people, 10 to 20x is not enough. They need a 20 to 50 to potentially a 60x and up. And that's where, you really have to decide who you are. Right now in this video, guys, like I said, Bitcoin's trading at 88,000. The US total market cap has not seen a crazy price action since the 2000.com era, which is over 24 years, guys. So the liquidity that's about to shoot into the markets is gradual. It's going to be really crazy. And on top of that, based off of what we've seen in previous cycles, we see pumps, but we see dumps. And if you get squeezed out of one of these pumps and dumps, guys, you are truly going to be missing out. And this is where people aren't profitable, because they buy high and sell low, and that's just what they do. And I hate to have to be the person to say that, but everybody wants to be profitable, but we have to understand that whenever we're making profits and we're selling our coins, we're selling to somebody that is stupid and doesn't know what they're doing. So this is where you got to really decide exactly how much you want to make in this bull run. And also, if you're willing to hodl through these dips. I know people will try to jump out and jump back in and jump out and jump back in, but that isn't going to work out very well for you if you're not a experienced trader. Experienced traders know exactly what they're doing, and they're going to dump on your ass really, really hard, especially since, whenever I first got started, that's what was happening to me. I didn't know exactly how these cycles set up, specific times in the year, when to be buying, when not to be buying, especially when a halving cycle happens, all this different stuff. But based off of, what big coals are talking about, Alex Becker, talking about how you need to be exiting when Bitcoin does specific moves. Miles Dutcher talking about how we're on the big biggest bullish setup, especially with the liquidity that is about to go into the market. Elio Trades also super bullish, talking about exactly how much money is going in, and also how, you know, specific events like the US strategic reserve for Bitcoin could be a huge, you know, move for Bitcoin. But right now, guys, you know, we need to keep up with what's going on with Bitcoin. Right now, the US total market cap is starting to shoot up, which is pointing to the fact that liquidity is about to go through the roof. And if you're not positioning yourselves very correctly, guys, you're going to miss out. Right now, my perspective, I'm hodling. And I'm going to be dropping daily videos every single day, letting you guys know when I sell and when I buy. I just dropped a recent video talking about Conducts, another AI coin that I jumped into because it had a huge pump and then a huge dump. And everybody was wondering what's going on. Something happened in the community. And like I said, if you're not keeping updated with the communities that you're invested in, the coins, on top of that, news that's going on in the markets, you're really going to get shreked. You're going to get scared. You're going to exit, try to buy back in. You're going to buy higher. You're going to try to rotate into another coin that's already been rotated and it pumped, and then you're going to get dumped on again. And that's just the name of the game, guys. Right now, you need to lock in. Right now, you need to keep up with specific indicators. Right now, you really need to understand the difference between hodling and trading. There's a big difference, and I know a lot of people have PTSD and ADHD in this market, so they buy and sell everything as soon as they get it. But if you're willing to hold, if you're willing to invest in good projects and focus on the communities that are properly building, integrating real technology in the Web3 space, you're going to do well. But like how I said, I drop daily videos on this YouTube channel. Go check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on specific indicators in the markets that matter. And on top of that, getting the perspectives of everybody else and shoving it in a quick, concise video that's 10 to 15 minutes. I like to make these videos really quick so you guys have an updated perspective of what's currently going on in the markets, and also have a real perspective of someone trying to make those gains. Guys, I have to bust my butt. All these other people that are invested in the markets, I implore them, I love them, I follow them, I take what I need from them and I discard the rest. But guys, these people are already rich. These people have some good money, so they're not as concise and specific on every single little thing because they do not have to. And me, I do have to, because I want to be profitable, and I'm not like all these big ballers, but I plan to be a big baller. So guys, overall, I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on. That's currently what's taking place. We're about to see a huge shift. Altcoins are about to see a huge pump. And if you aren't aware of how things take place in the markets, and you have that ADHD mentality, and you just don't, and you can't hodl, you're gonna get wrecked, guys, especially from the people that are already in profit. But I'll keep you guys updated on the markets overall. If you're new to my channel, drop me a comment, like, subscribe. I really do appreciate all the support you guys are showing me on this channel. I'm trying to get monetized on here as well as my X account. But other than that, if you guys have any suggestions, questions on the markets, go ahead and drop it down below. I'm gonna be dropping my price predictions for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana at the end of the week. And on top of that, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on specific altcoins I'm buying, things that are currently going on with my investments, and the things that you need to be focusing on. But other than that, guys, hopefully I catch you guys in the next one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.